What is good? What is up, everybody? It's been a minute, man. I gotta catch you guys up on what's going on in the world of Oni, man. It's been lit. It's been full of good things. It's been full of greatness. But also, I need to tell you guys some things too. Not everything is always perfect. Not everything is daisies and roses, man. I'm at Central right now. You guys already know Central Plaza here in Chiang Rai. But I'm gonna get straight into it, guys. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up what's been going on. So if you've seen the title of this video, I was threatened to be killed. And somebody called me a freaking hard R. Somebody straight up called me that, man. And I didn't want to really talk about this, but this is the second time that something like this happens here in Chiang Rai within the last week. So I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. I'm gonna tell you guys how to move or what to do in this type of situation if you're out here in Chiang Rai or traveling anywhere overseas. The other day I went to a restaurant. It's one of my favorite restaurants, guys. I eat there all the time. I just sat down at that restaurant. The way it is there's tables. You go, you grab a seat, and then they come up to you and they ask you what you want. That's how that restaurant is. When I got there was 3 available tables. So I went, I just sat down on the table and I was waiting. Out of nowhere I heard, "You stole my seat, mother." I was like, whoa. My eyes popped up because I'm like, who's talking like that? This is crazy. Like, I've never had anything like this happen to me ever my whole time being in Thailand, not at this degree. This guy straight up called me the word with the hard R and everything. He had a good accent too. Like, he sounded like he could be anywhere from North America or I don't know, but his English was on point. So one thing I'm gonna make clear, he was not a Thai person. He was not. He was Asian, but I'm not gonna say he was Thai because he didn't really fully look Thai in his face. I can kind of tell sometimes, you know. And I know even though Thai is a very mixed culture, you got all types of features on Thai people. He didn't come across as Thai. I'm not sure where he was from, guys, but I'm not gonna blame this on Thai people. This is not a Thai person that did this to me. I'm sitting down and he goes, "Yeah, you stole my seat, mother." And I was like, what? Like, I was in such shock. Like, I didn't know if he was being serious. I didn't know if he was just joking, you know, because there was empty tables. The guy just, I guess, wasn't right in the head. He goes, "Shut the up. I'll kill you right now, you mother." You bro, I was in such shock. This guy was massive. I mean, he was tall, jacked. He had veins coming out of his neck. Yo, this guy was like a movie character. I'm not joking. So I did not want this guy to actually want to assault me. You feel me? So the first thing I did was I pulled my phone out. He was like, "Oh, you." I thought I was recording, and I didn't actually hit the record button because I was so focused on him. He was kind of approaching me. He was getting close to me. This dude is jacked. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to fight if he jumps on me. I'm not gonna let this guy beat me up. The only thing I told him was, "No, you're not." And he, "Oh, shut the up, I'll kill you, blah blah blah." As I'm here, everybody in the store is just looking at him like he's crazy. There was like a Japanese couple next to me, and they were looking at me like they were so sorry, like they felt so bad for me. But I was like, nah, I'm more focused on this guy really, if he's gonna hurt me or not. You feel me? He just started mumbling. He said something about Japan. I think he was talking about the people next to me. He also kind of went off on some other people that were in the store because the line was too long. He was like, "I'm hungry. Damn, I haven't eaten it all day, whatever." I'm like, this guy's not right in his head. I think he was like definitely on something. He was probably on like steroids or like yaba. Yaba is meth. This is what they call meth in Thailand. They call it yaba. But this guy was like tweaking, bro, for real. So I didn't want to escalate the situation. You know, I stayed quiet and I just kept looking at it. I kept my eyes on him the whole time. He was talking crap, and then he'd look away, and then he'd look at me and he'd like a little kid, bro. Like, that shit was funny. Now that I look back at it, it was funny. In the moment, it wasn't. In the moment, I was like, yo, thinking this guy's really gonna get on me or something. You feel me? So I was prepared. I stayed prepared. I just in a moment like that, when you really feel like your life is in danger, he threatened my life. He threatened to beat me up. He called me every name you could think of. I was just like this, waiting, ready, right? And then he ends up sitting down, and I'm just watching him. He's on his phone talking on the Bluetooth to somebody. He's like, "Man, I should kill this mother right now, blah 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 blah," on his Bluetooth, just going off. And I'm like, damn, nobody, I'm not gonna call this restaurant out, but I was a little bit disappointed, man. Actually, I was very disappointed. Nobody here had my back. Nobody that worked there said, "Yo, this guy needs to get out." Everybody was scared of him, and they just stayed quiet, and they just let the guy sit there. Anyway, the guy ends up saying, "This," and he just like throws his shit, and he walks out, and he's standing in front of the freaking restaurant. There's only one entrance and one exit out, right? So I'm like blocked in, and he's waiting. I'm like, I think this guy's waiting for me to come outside. Guys, I didn't take his seat. He's clearly not right in the head. He just, I don't know what's up with him. He started saying that he was hangry and stuff like that. After the dude walks out, and he's just standing in the front. I call my friend, tell him, yo, there's some dude out here threatening to beat me up, threatening to kill me, whatever. He was just like, wait, what? He didn't even let me finish the story. He was like, I'm coming right now. Shout out to you, by the way, bro. He pulled up in his car, and then I just walked out. I asked him if he could just pull up and watch. I wanted him to be watching because I felt like nobody had my back, only him, maybe, you know, if he could pull up, at least see, so that I could have someone who speaks English too, who understands what's going on. I needed someone to understand the situation and kind of be there. So as I'm walking out, the guy's looking at me, and I'm like, okay, your seat's available now. He was like, oh, it's all good, man.
Bruh.
He went from one extreme to the other extreme. He goes, it's all good, man. I'm just hangry, man. Sorry about that, man. I'm just hangry. I eat once a day. I was like, bro, as soon as I get inside the car, he starts looking at Steven. He's like, well, I don't like this either. You, blah, blah, blah. He starts yelling at Steven. He starts threatening Steven. He's like, I'm gonna you up. I'm gonna beat you up. This dude is screaming, guys. Like, he's getting everybody around him kind of worried. And that's the thing, guys. When you're here in Thailand, you don't see things like this. You don't see it happen. Thai people are not used to this. I'm used to being in situations like this where people getting loud, people starting to fight each other, people smacking each other, people threatening each other. I've been around it. This is in Atlanta, though. You understand? So I had to, like, what could I do? And let's say this guy started beating me up. The only thing I could have done is fought back, like with my bare hands. That's it. This guy was huge and he was on drugs. He looked like if you stabbed him or if you punched him or anything, like he looked like he would keep going. Like that's how jacked up he looked that he was, right? So it was definitely a scary situation, you know, but in situations like this, it can happen to anybody, guys. You guys know me. I move with good energy. I move chill. I don't bother nobody. I don't even stare at people. I don't even look at people, because where I'm from, looking at people can get you shot. Can you believe that? Which I think is so stupid, right? But there are people that you literally, yo, what the f you looking at? You looking at me the wrong way? You got a problem with me? Blah, blah, blah. Over looking at you, they'll want to fight you. They'll want to kill you. They'll want to do whatever. So we don't even look at people. Like, that's like asking to fight somebody, which is kind of ridiculous, but yeah, it gets people angry, I guess, for some reason. So I just walked in and I didn't even know he was there until I heard those words. Yo, mother, you stole my seat, mother. And I was like, what? Who's saying that? And he was looking dead at me. I was like, what? What is this guy talking about? In a situation like this, guys, you can't depend on nobody. You can't depend on nobody to step up for you or have your back. I thought at least the workers in the store would have said, yo, you need to go or something, but nah, they just like got into like fetal position, right? So it's like, what would I have done if he pounced on me, just fought back? That's all I could have done. This guy was really big. I mean, he was huge. He was tall as hell. He was probably like 6'4", and this dude was like jacked. I'm talking jacked. He was Asian. He looked Asian. So I don't know what kind of Asian he was, but he definitely wasn't Thai, because Thai people never move like that. Thai people don't act like that. Thai people don't. If you hear about Thai people getting into it, because yeah, it happens, it's because of some real stuff. They're not gonna get into it just because you looked at somebody. Nah, they probably have an issue or whatever, a long-term issue. That's what that is. So in Atlanta, bro, it's different. In Atlanta, you're allowed to carry a weapon on you. The playing field is leveled, right? Because if someone jumps on you and they're trying to kill you or whatever, at least you could defend yourself with a carry, with a firearm, with whatever. You know, here, you don't have none of that. As a foreigner anyway, you know what I'm saying? You cannot be carrying a pistol out here. You can't be even a knife. I don't even want to move with that energy. You feel me? I don't want to even attract that type of stuff. So I never have that in my mind. When I was in Atlanta, I used to carry every day. I used to have a gun. I used to be in parts where sometimes you need to carry, and anything could happen over there, you know. And even when I was there towards the end, I decided that I wanted to stop carrying, because I just didn't want to have my mind on that. I didn't want to attract that type of vibe, you feel me? So this happened, and who knows why. At the end of the day, I got a lesson out of it. I was able to make this video out of it and talk to you guys about it. My only advice is, when something like this happens, if it ever happens to you, because I didn't expect this, you never know, is to keep your cool. You keep your cool and you just leave. That's it. You leave. There's nothing else you can do. You don't want to fight. Let's say that I would have fought this guy, guys. Let's say that I would have got mad, and even though he called me what he called me, I would have looked bad no matter what. I would have went to jail probably. You feel me? And the only thing that would have justified me fighting him is if he actually touched me first or he jumped on me to hit me. That's the only way that would justify it. And even then, guys, at the end of the day, I'm gonna look like the bad guy because I'm a foreigner. I'm farang. They call foreigners here farang, guys. That's the word. I'm farang. No matter what, they don't fully understand sometimes. They don't really fully even understand English sometimes. Many Thai people do, but here, sometimes a lot of people don't know English. At that restaurant, many of the people that work there, if not all, almost all of them don't speak English. So no matter what, they're just gonna see two guys going at it. One guy looks Asian. I look the way I look, right? I'm gonna be the issue because I'm farang. I am being loud. I'm causing a disturbance. Oh, he's fighting. No matter what, guys, you're always gonna look bad. So protect yourself, protect your reputation, and things can easily get misunderstood here. So you just keep your cool and you walk out. You feel me? Thank God he didn't touch me. He was kind of goofy. I'm not gonna lie. Like even when he walked out like this, and he goes. He like flicked me off like a little kid, like a 5-year-old, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of comical now that I look back at him. But at the moment, I was like, this guy's a loose screw. And I think everybody in the store knew that. He looked like he was just capable to just like crack somebody's neck out of nowhere, and just, he wasn't right in the head, you feel me? So I did the right thing, guys, by not escalating it. That's my opinion. What do you guys think? Has something like this... He said knock his teeth out. My boy Mark said I should have knocked his teeth out. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Next time this happens, just I'm just kidding. Tell me if something like this has ever happened to you while traveling. That was crazy. Like, you know, the fact that he even knew that word just gives it away that he's not Thai. Most Thai people don't even know that word. I know some know, yo, my nigga. They know that one, but not the hard R. And they don't even know what that means. They just think that it's like a friendly thing. You feel me? Because they're influenced now by music and by TV and by all these things. But nobody here is really on that like hard R type of stuff. Nobody knows what that is. That's what I'm saying. He definitely wasn't Thai, guys. Comment down below if something like this has ever happened to you. Let me know, like, what would you have done in my shoes, in my situation? Did I do the right thing? I think I did personally. I didn't escalate it. And I'll tell you guys, people like him, they don't last here. They don't last here. I met another guy not that long ago. He was coming around causing all sorts of issues with people, getting drunk and doing all these things, trying to fight people. Now he's not here. He's not in Thailand no more. They're not gonna tolerate this type of attitude, guys. They're not gonna tolerate this type of behavior. And nobody wants that vibe here. You know, everybody comes here. We come here to have a good time. We come here to chill. We come here to be happy. We don't come here to cause issues and to hurt anybody. You feel me? But yo, karma is gonna get him. I'm not worried about it. Everybody who has ever really truly tried to hurt me, God's always taking care of that. I'm not worried about it, you feel me? Unless they put their hands on me or something like that, then we got a different story. Only reason I'm talking about this now was because something else happened today. They triggered it. I walked into McDonald's and I just go and I sit. Sometimes I work here at Central. I pull out my laptop, I start making videos and stuff like that. So I'm literally here just working on my video, and this lady told me, yo, she said, your French fries are gonna be ready in 5 minutes. That's what I was told by the girl in the counter, right? So I'm like, okay. So then I need ketchup, and I get up to get ketchup. When I'm walking up to get ketchup, there was a dude that was sitting like maybe 4 tables to the right of me. Old white dude, I don't know him. I'm just describing him, right, guys? I didn't even really see the guy. I don't notice him. And then as soon as I go up to the girl, he comes and he taps my shoulder. He's like, hey, just relax a little bit around me, okay? I was like, what? Like, what do you, oh yeah, I'm relaxed. Like, what's the issue? He was like, relax around me, you know, like, cause the police, if they'll come or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, why? I'm like, are they looking for you? Like, I thought he was like telling me be careful. I don't know if it's the Pikachu hat. What's up with my drip though? Y'all like my drip? I don't know. Maybe he's saying that maybe I look too much. Maybe I'm gonna attract attention to him, and maybe he's on the run from the police. That's what I was thinking, right? He's like, no, not me. For you. I see the way you look at me. I see the way you look at me. You look at me like with face, but I know the police very well, so be careful. I call the police. I was like, huh? What is this guy talking about? Supposedly he thinks I looked at him some type of way or something. I didn't even know he existed. You feel me? So I just ignored him, and I was triggered, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, what is this guy on? You feel me? He's trying to like make me sound like I did something, but I ignored him because he's goofy. Guys, people are goofy. They're gonna put their anger, their stress on you for no reason sometimes, right? So it was like another test. I left it alone. As I'm turning around, cause I'm like, this guy's wild. He tells the staff, hey, call the police on him, call the police. I was like, what? I was like, boy, shut up. It slipped out, I got mad, I'm not gonna lie. I told him, boy, shut up. And he was just like, he looked at me with this stank look, like he was gonna come back with some revenge or something. Good luck, bro. Do what you gotta do. I don't care. Do what you gotta do. Whatever makes you happy. And he just ended up leaving. But I was like, man, this guy's a clown, bro. Sometimes you're gonna run into clowns. You're gonna run into people that, even when your vibe is high, they're gonna come and they're gonna try to take a piece of that. They're gonna try to move you in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? The girls working at McDonald's looked at me kind of like, whoa. Like, is there gonna be a fight or something? And I'm super chill. They know me. I come here all the time, but they were just in shock. You know what I'm saying? Even if like, what happened? They're kind of thinking, what happened? I was like, I don't even know. There's gonna be people that just, for some whatever reason, don't like you sometimes. So the second one, I don't know if it was racially motivated or not. The dude, he sounded like somewhere from like Europe. He had an accent like that. And, you know, some wannabe, some old dude, some shriveled up, skinny dude. I could have knocked them out. Like, I'm gonna be real, but I'm not gonna do that. You feel me? Like, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna fight. We're not gonna act hard. We're not gonna do none of that here in Thailand. I feel bad because when things happen sometimes, guys, it affects the Thai people. It's not fair to the Thai people, right? People bring that energy here. It's not fair for other foreigners or anybody to bring that type of energy here, because even if like the way it is here is like, even if something bothers you, just be quiet and suck it up. Like, go. Like, just leave it alone. That's how it is here. That's the culture here. It's such the opposite of where I'm from, where it's like, oh, any little thing, what's up? It's about to be popping. We're gonna make a whole movie out of this. Like, no. That's not the energy that's here. The energy here is the opposite, which is great. You know what I'm saying? It's Sabai. It's peaceful. So people bring in the energy here, guys. Like the guy at that restaurant at the beginning, they called me the N-word and did all that. You know, I didn't feel so bad for what he told me. That's not what made me feel bad. He can call me whatever. I've been called all of that. You know, he can call me whatever he wants, say whatever he wants about me. As long as he doesn't touch me, we have a problem. But the thing that kind of hurt me though was that the people in the restaurant, man, they were affected, I know, because he was being so loud and so aggressive. There was little kids there. You know, that's another reason why I kept my calm, because I didn't want to escalate it. I didn't want to scare nobody. I didn't want nobody to get more scared than they already were. You feel me? He was going crazy, man. And I know that everybody there felt weird. They felt worried. So I felt bad about that, man. We don't want to bring that type of energy here, guys. Always vibrate high. And hey, when things like this happen, forget about it. Keep moving forward. Don't worry about none of that. As long as nobody touch you, you know what I'm saying? If somebody puts their hands on you, okay, you're gonna have to whip that ass. I get it. But as long as nobody touches you, don't worry about what nobody said. Words are just words. You feel me? You let it go in through one ear. As a matter of fact, don't even let it go. Look at that. I got the ear covers. That shit said boop. It bounced over my head and it didn't even go in my head. You don't even want to tolerate that negativity. You don't even want that negativity to affect anything on how you move or how you think. Okay? Don't let it, guys. It's not worth it. Stay positive. And we lit, guys. If you do get in a fight, if somebody touches you, you better hope there's CCTV cameras. That's the only protection you're gonna have, guys, because with that camera, it'll show what actually happened, and that's what's gonna defend you. That's what's gonna protect you. If not, it's word for word, and they're not gonna believe somebody like me over somebody that's Asian. You feel me? That's just, I feel like that's the risk that could happen. You feel me? If you don't have the camera on you. But Thai people are good people and they're honest, and if there was people there, if there was witnesses, they're gonna attest, they're gonna tell the truth. So. What up, guys? This is the channel. Happy holidays, by the way, to everybody that celebrates, man. I hope all of you guys had a great time. Whether you spent it alone or you spent it with family, take care, enjoy. Happy holidays. Stay positive. You already know. Love you guys.